the hardest?
Come on, Aki, we here.
You telling me, family?
And that goes, we here, we out there.
Long time.
Back out there.
You know what? We're just talking off camera. I just wanted to go back into it. I don't even mind. We're just gonna flow in it.
Yeah.
But let's get back into that where you first saw it.
Yeah, who's the artist?
Yeah.
From the jail, that's what I'm saying. I missed that era, innit? That by a year. Because that was like 09 or something, innit?
Yeah, so I recorded it in 08, dropped it 09, and I went away 09. That's when I got my 3 letters.
Okay, yeah, so then I was gone by 08. So when I was pushing through the system, I'm hearing, yo, this, who's the hardest thing, you get me? And then obviously, one of the catalogs, I can't remember the catalogs, it weren't Gemma, it was something else, I can't remember, you get me?
I remember Gemma Records was powerful in jail.
Yeah, Gemma, big drip.
If you can't get any Ruthless Record music or anything or Michael Millen, you know Gemma Records, you can find it in there, you get
I can't remember the name though, man. But there was a next little book, you get me? It was like a little catalogue, you get me? But they had all street shit in there, you get me?
Okay.
Bare like, you could get all Smack DVDs and everything, you get me? And then I see the Who's the Hardest and a couple other joints, so obviously, man copped it, you get it? When that surfaced through, I'm saying, yo, my dog's pushing, you get me?
Come on, my
And then obviously I
family.
watched it and I see it was doing big things at that time there still.
I'm not even gonna lie, I was pissed that you weren't on it. Like I was saying, out of everyone that I wanted on it, I had everyone on it, but you and Shaq. You know, like that, because for me, I'm a realist in it. I like raw rap, and for me, you man, you represent raw rap.
Yeah, of course.
You feel me? I can't take the fabricated thing.
Yeah, a lot of bogusness going on.
You know, like that? Yeah, or you do a research on a man and you ask someone, bro, is my man really doing it? Nah, it's a patty.
Yeah.
You know that way there, but you man's thing, I know it's confirmed, you get me?
That's the game now, innit? Beard, fraudulent business going on.
This is it.
Thing, you get me?
So how do you think the game is from where you started to where it is now? How do you see the game right now?
It's like you said, it's a whole load of fugaziness. And obviously there's bread in the game now, innit?
Facts. That's the difference.
Yeah,
man was doing it for free before, like out of the love.
Yeah. And even when man was doing grime, and man was getting booked for shows, there's like 6 man in the camp, and they're charging man like 5 bills. 5 bills. That's what they were giving out. 5, 6 bills to the 6 man. You get me?
Man buy a couple ganjas and couple drink, done.
You get me? So there weren't really no money in the game then. But now there's big readies in the thing. You get me? So
Facts.
The game's kind of flipped on its head right now. So in one perspective, you got be a fraudulent man, which is just how life is, isn't it? Anyway, and they're winning, and then on the other side, if you get in properly, you can make some big paper out of it. You get me? So yeah.
Facts. Now I see that still. So like, where did it start for you? Music. Where do you, like? How can I break it down? Where's the first time you said to yourself, I want to do music? Where do you remember like hearing music in your yard? Was it your mum playing music? Sunday dinner,
you know that
Bob Marley, you know that style every Sunday, tradition.
Yeah, that was standard, the reggae drip. So that was installed in man from the jump. But where I started realizing I wanted to do music was like jungle days. You get me?
Skibber days.
Yeah, Skibber
Facts.
D.
Them man, they influenced a lot of our era still.
You get me?
Facts.
That was like who man was kind of, you get me, enter to the street fighter. And then
Shabba and them man
bars,
there.
yeah,
So, what? Them man they was doing bare punchlines back then.
Yeah, from old school.
Differently.
So that was man's kind of thing. And man used to just ramp with it, don't it? Like try and spit like Skibber and that. Do little sets here and there, like in the yard, you know, you're in your yard. And that man's got like a one little thing hooked up. And you just mess about and record, you get me?
What's that helicopter rhythm and telephone rhythm and wolf and...
all of that old school drip, you get me? So like, them times there, that's how man was patterning. And then from there, after that jungle era, it was the garage era, innit? And we was doing what we had to do. And then garage era, patterning. And we're still doing the little music thing, but we were young then, so we weren't really taking it serious, you get me?
Did you ever link up with any of the Northwest grime youth them? You know, like you had SOKs.
Nah, you know, we didn't. But obviously, there was one time that we did there was I can't remember what radio it was, you know. But I think it was in North. Was there a pirate radio station in
We had
Northwest?
a few over there, yeah. We had a few over
I don't know
there.
if it was not Rinse. It was something, man. I can't remember what it was, and we went there, and then obviously Titch invited man there.
Oh, crazy Titch,
Yeah, and then we went there.
Free 'em.
Yeah, free up Titch, man. We went there, and then obviously we saw couple SLK man there. You get me?
Okay.
And that was the first time we did a little set, but no one knew each other, so you know how it is. No one ain't talking, man. Just get me grabbing the mic.
Everyone's
innit?
feeling themselves.
Yeah, you know, like that, grabbing the mic, did their thing or whatever. But apart from that, yeah, didn't really link up with no Northwest man like that. Still,
Okay, so like for you back then, what would you say was your influence for you to get into music? Obviously, if you're doing road and whatnot, was it the roads that made you want to do music? Like, what was it that made you get into music? Because you could have done anything.
yeah. I think it was the influence was like obviously from the whole the Skibber D era, then the whole garage, pay as you go, you know, like that kind of order. And man was like, yo, man got bars, bro, you get me? But obviously man was on the road, harsh them times there. Young, 15, 16, so man weren't really taking it serious. Man was fully, you get it? And then obviously the bros, them, Smiley, Elms and that, they were doing Too Dark Crew.
Okay,
And they were doing their thing. And then obviously when they flipped on the head to roadside, I became like, I was like 17, them times there. Then when I was going to do like sets, radio sets. But we were just the tugs of the crew, you get me? Man were on the music thing. And then I was like, raw, I can spit, you know. I said to the man, I can spit. Let me come radio. I'm saying, let me come radio. You get me one day when you don't go radio. And then obviously the man said, yeah, forward. And then man went radio. And then man gave me the mic and that was it. It was over. My first thing, reload. Man was saying, yo, you get it? And from there, I was like, all right, cool, I got this in the bag. Everyone was talking like, right, like, oh, hey, you, And then from there, I just kind of just pushed it and made it work.
Nah, I hear that still.
Even though it was harsh, it was still hard though, because man was knee deep in it. So man trying to juggle it, it was very hard still, you get what I'm trying to say?
So, all right, so that transition there, you see like when you went away, was there ever a point in your head where you said, you know what, when I touch road, I'm done with music, it's a dream. It's not real.
Yeah, of course, 100%. All through man's bird, probably coming up to like, only 2013 when I went Loudon and they had a studio there, I was like, rah, it kind of woke me back. I was like, rah, booth time, yeah, this what's going on. And I just shelled down something.
Test yourself, see if you
still
got
you know,
it kind of
thing.
thing, yeah.
So I just kind of, the hottest beat them time there was that Bobby Smurder.
Which one, Hot Nigga?
Yeah, Hot Nigga.
Yeah.
That was kind of pushing them time there. So the man had the instrumental to that, so I just kind of pushed up on it. And then sent it out to one of the dogs and they put it on the tube. Man saying, yo, people are feeling your things.
I didn't even think I heard that.
Yeah.
2012, I was in Spring Hill. I dapped the beat as well because they had the studio in there as well.
Yeah.
Now that beat was hard back then still.
Yeah. And then I pushed that out and then obviously I got feedback like, right, people, in my head, I'm thinking, man, no one will remember me. You get me? Especially after doing a 10, I'm thinking, nah, no one ain't gonna, you get it? So then I kind of just pushed it out, left that to kind of, you know, cement. And then it was only like when I got DCAT now, a couple people started hitting me. A couple name brand man started hitting me like, yo, bro, we remember you, we grew up on your thing. So I was like, oh yeah? And then a couple platforms like the YouTube platforms are hitting me up like, yeah, I want you for a freestyle. So when I did Behind Bars, Link Up TV, I was still on home leave.
Oh, swear down.
Yeah, so like I did that. And then I got like a good response. So I was like,
Were you shook with probation or getting recalled or?
Nah, you know why? Because I had a pattern with my probation.
So they knew you were gonna be doing music.
Yeah, like after that, I was like, listen, they knew already in it like about man's music because they were playing it in man's court in the court, and so they knew that like, rah, you do music. So I was just saying like, listen, I've got opportunities now. Like, there's money in this thing. I want to come home and do it to that. You get me? So. Yeah, so they weren't really on me like that. They loud, man.
No, that's calm, bro. That's calm. That's a good look. So, like, when I was away, I sat down, I stopped writing. Like, there was none of that for me. I thought, you know what? I got to get to the bag.
Yeah.
I got youths on the road. I got to make sure they're good. You get me? So I was thinking, writing's long. Did you ever get like writer's block when you was away?
But me,
like you're writing, you're thinking, how am I getting stuck?
Yeah.
You know, like that's your craft, but you're getting stuck.
There was nothing for man to
talk about other than in the
workhouse.
cell, block.
Yeah, you get me?
Dead, bro.
Yeah. I had that as well. But that's why I'm saying it only when I got in DCAT, and I started seeing road now and understanding different things.
You're starting to live more in
yeah,
it.
that's when I started writing and making it make sense. You know what I'm saying?
How do you feel? You see, like with the situation with DCAT and everything, yeah. Do you feel like if you done your 10 and they just threw you to the roads,
Yeah, it would have been hectic.
would have been a madness?
Yeah,
You say you would have just recalled straight away.
Yeah, I don't know if recall, but you would have come out and man would have just been wild with it, innit? Because man would have stepped out like, wow, what's really going on out here? Because man's been released from jail before, from the big iron doors, like the door slide back. Man
That
step
vibe
out.
is different.
Yeah, but man didn't do Big Bird though. Man has done like a 10 months or 11 months or a remand and push out, you get me?
you.
But from a whole decade, I think man needed the
You
decap,
need that, bro, because it gradually gives you a taste of the road. Because
Yeah.
when you've been off the road for so long, bro, everything changes, bro.
Yeah,
I
that's
remember
what I'm trying to
walking in the shop and man's overwhelmed.
Yeah,
You're just overwhelmed by
fam.
bare sweeties and
Yeah,
munchies
yeah,
and them things that you don't get to see. Because you remember, man just got a sheet
Canteen.
that you buy your canteen sheet off. And man look forward to that every week.
Yeah,
bro.
of course,
You
of
get
course.
me?
That's what I'm trying to say
Man's
to you.
grabs, man's bits and pieces, you see me?
Yeah.
So when man walk in the shop, it's like, nah, it was overwhelming, bro. I would walk in the shop and like leave with like one thing, bro.
Yeah.
That's how overwhelming it was.
yeah.
You get me? It
So
was
man
mad still.
needed the decap. Still man needed that, especially when man had townies and they brought man out, and man had to go shop and buy certain things, and man started touching money again,
No,
proper money.
facts. It becomes real because
Yeah.
what people don't understand, decats, it's expensive, bro.
Yeah,
When you're
of
getting
course,
on a
course,
home leave
course.
or a tiny,
Yeah.
it's expensive, bro. Petrol money alone.
Yeah,
You know, like
expensive.
that.
It's expensive, and then you start seeing things again that you want. Like, yo, man,
chest
need
start get
this,
high
yeah,
again.
Man need this, man need that. So, yeah, I reckon decap was 100% needed still.
No, facts. Cause you know, like I hear a lot of people lick out against it, bro. But for me,
That's
it
what
made
man is
sense.
doing. Eat at birds though.
Yeah, you know, like
If
that.
you're doing 2
To
years,
get there and just run away straight away
yeah,
the
like
same
some
day.
joke man too. You get me? If you're doing 2 years, 3 years, you don't need decaf in it, bro. I would say even if you do a 5, you don't need decaf.
Yeah, you can still smell the road.
Yeah, you can push out on that kind of thing that your brethren can show you 1s and 2s and you're back to normal. But I think anything over a decade, you need it, bro.
No, facts.
Or close to a decade, even if it's 8, 9, you need that to kind of push out neatly. You know what I'm trying to say?
No, facts.
1,000.
So where do you see yourself in, like, I don't know, where do you see RA in the next 5 years?
You know what? Like, I'll be real.
Or where
like,
would you want to be in the next 5 years?
Next 5 years, I'll be real. Like, man don't want to be doing music. I'll be honest, innit? Next 5 years.
You just want to put your feet up and
Yeah.
know, say, a couple of
Yeah,
businesses are running and
all of that kind of man trying to kind of Lego the music thing. I got like a couple little patterns with acting as well.
I was gonna get into that.
I was gonna get so that kind of era man's kind of pushing and kind of just put the music on the back foot. You get me?
But is that angle better paying than music?
Much better.
150%.
In my eyes, because obviously, like if you're getting booked, if you're getting shows and you're getting booked left, right, and centre,
You're
all the
using
time,
energy.
you're losing energy, and obviously you're getting paid well. You get me? But man ain't getting booked all the time. Man get shows, don't get it twisted. But man's not a current artist in it. Like man's not popping like all these other youths. You get me?
Yeah.
Like a Central C or you know what I'm trying to say to you?
no,
Like
I'm with you.
them youth, they're on the market now, innit? So remember they're getting booked, and the man is getting 1s, man's getting 200, man's getting hair, like on the go. You get me?
Off the
When you're getting readies like that, then obviously the music it makes sense, innit?
It makes sense.
And you're getting your streams. I can live off my streams because I get a nice percentage of streams. But like when I did the acting thing now, I've seen a different bag.
And
get
what
what
are you
I'm trying to say
talking
to you?
about? Jungle.
Like even jungle, and there's a couple other little things I'm involved in now, like acting that's going to be pushing out kind of like decent. You get me?
Wicked.
But even off of the back of jungle, that kind of put me on a nice pedestal. You get me? And jungle, they gave man like I see how it works in the acting world, innit? Like how they will give you readies, bam, and just say, rah, here's your dates. We want you for like these between these 4 months, we want you like 3 times or 4 times a week here.
Yeah.
So your things are structured, innit?
Yeah.
Learn the script, which is normal, and then they pattern you, innit? They send like acting, they send a veto for you wherever you are, pick you up, drop you off, pattern your food, pattern everything's patterned.
Man proper.
Yeah, everything's patterned. You got your own cabin, your own. You know what I'm saying to you? Like the pattern's better than the music thing. You're sweating in the booth, doing this.
On the stage,
tour,
sweating.
Yeah, tour, man's going way up north, long thing, man's tired. Like, it's tiring after a while, you
No,
get me?
facts. And I think you get a different stigma from the acting as well. Whereas with the music, I'll give you an example. I'll be out shopping and a man would be bending off his face at me. I'll be thinking, this guy for real. But I'm a guy, I got a serious face. I don't mean to have a serious face, but that's just how my face is set. You get me, fam? So it might look like I'm sharking you. I'm not sharking you.
Yeah.
But if you're looking at me and our eyes are making four and you're not going to hail me, I'm not going to hail you.
Yeah,
Do you understand? So the youth's pre me, our eyes are made four. He ain't hailing, man. I ain't hailed him. He's walked up to me. I've knuckled up my fist, like, balled up my fist, like, what's the shoot on kind of thing? You get me? Big Selfridges, you know? I was like, oh, Rubo, you used to rap. I was like, yeah, I used to rap still. You still rap? No, I don't rap no more.
Yeah.
You must get that every day, bro.
Yeah, I do. But I'm a man, I'll be real. I still wear a belly and that.
But me and you was talking about this the other day, and you see, like, once your face is out there, I think that's the best thing for you to do, because I don't think people realize, you see rappers and artists, bro, we're not victims or nothing like that, but bro, like, if man can see an angle where man can violate a man that's up there or in the limelight, a man would try and take...
a man would try and score some points.
You feel me?
For nothing.
For nothing,
for clout chasing.
bro.
That's how it goes, especially nowadays as well.
Do you get it?
With the snap thing.
With the snap thing, pull out the camera quickly and try... Do you get it?
Yeah,
bro, the game's
I'm not
gone
for
mad.
it. You know, like, see all of that? I'm not for that, because man would just end up back in the workhouse, you get me? Because, like, any form of little funny violations, like, it will really go there, you know what I'm gonna say to you? So, for me to avoid that, I just say, bro, I just fling a mask on when I'm doing certain things, pattern and cut through.
Yeah.
More time I'm with the G's then, regardless anyway. But if I'm on a one-up flex, then I just belly up, mask. Even when I'm with the G's more time, I'm just mask up.
Yeah, it's
just
the
to
best way, but yeah, you
nonsense,
don't...
you get me?
Yeah, even if they're just sharing love, the fan just collapse that, innit? I'm too busy for all of that.
But there's sometimes when people even see through the mask. You know,
Swear.
like dedicated fans.
Swear.
Yeah, bro. Certain times people like, yo, oh, hey. I'm like, nah. I always get that still.
Yeah, the man has been watching too much of your freestyles when you got the band.
Yeah, you know those.
Yeah, he knows your thing.
So, yeah, Amanda said, yeah, it's the eyes. A man told me one time, it's just the eyes, bro. You can't hide them eyes. And I was like, Ross, man, I have to start wearing shades. And Bally and shades, you get me?
And especially when man do gangster rap, it's like a man would want to try to test your gangster
Yeah,
and
yeah,
see
course,
if that's
course.
what you're really
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
You
yeah,
see me, blood?
Yeah, fact.
It's weird still.
But obviously, it's what comes with it, innit? But on back to what you were saying, like where I want to be, I want to half like just like kind of drop the music thing out, and just kind of just fall back on the acting thing, because I got some good plugs in it as well. You get me?
So good look, bro.
So fall back on that, and then I can just maneuver differently. You got what I'm saying to you?
I'm not gonna lie, I sat down and I watched it. I said, nah, I take my hat off to you, bro. You done a good job, bro.
Yeah,
but it weren't hard to play that role because
no, it weren't.
You're a greasy youth.
Yeah,
well, I know you to be a greasy youth in the past.
In the past,
you see what I'm saying? So when you're doing the role, it was just believable for me. You get me?
Yeah.
And I was even shocked to see that you've taken it from music and gone to the big screen. You get me? I have to rate you for that.
But I've been preing that from even from the workhouse, you get me? Because obviously that's when I did combos. I got like a series called Combo on it, so
hard. Yeah,
I've
watched all. I was in the workhouse watching that.
Yeah, so like that convo, the convos I ripped them in jail. You get it?
Okay.
So I was preing that from jail, thinking, right, what different can man do? You get me? Then come out and just be spitting
stories.
Must be something man different man can do, and I'm saying, right, man's lived everything. So why not? Man can make stories, man can do the whole filming, man can be a director, man can take it a different way, if you get me?
No, fact.
So that's when I just pushed out the combo. So that was kind of my angle from that anyway. So
I see T Grizzly doing that a lot. Like doing that kind of convo style, like the King Von storytelling kind of thing.
Yeah.
So now T Grizzly, it's like he's just running with that. All his videos are straight stories now.
Okay,
yeah. It's mad. Still, what made you want to do the yearly wrap up as well?
You know what happened? Obviously, I wasn't really preing it like that, but Rapman, he used to do them, innit?
Yeah.
And then obviously, when he bust off the Shiro story and like he ended up in like Hollywood and all of that, he shouted at me and was like, yo, bro, do you know what? Like, obviously, I'm not even going to do this, the wrap up again. I feel like you'd be the man for it, you know, like, because you can do the story thing. then it clicked like, raw, for real. I didn't even pre it before. I thought, raw, for real, like, man you get it, the story thing, like, a lot of man's vocab ain't like mine.
Yeah.
You get me? So I just thought, the story thing, I can pattern that. So I just said, like, cool, let me just max that up. So I just patterned up the first one. And then from there, like, it's just been mine now, innit? Like, I just took that on board now.
Nah, it's like everyone yearly, they look forward to it now,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
I'm not even gonna lie. Even Uncle's one's cold, but you see, because you're homegrown,
Yeah.
man would rather tune in. You get me with the man them. You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah, now that's a big deal still. What's the feedback that you've been getting back off of the wrap up, the yearly wrap up? What kind of feedback?
Yeah,
do you get?
I get very good feedback. Like, people are feeling it. People are feeling like the context. Obviously, this last one was like, there was bare like political things in there as well. You know, because a lot of things happen. So yeah, I get nothing but love from it still. Obviously, sometimes I might say controversial things in other people's eyes, but you get me, it is what it is.
Who cares?
This is it.
It's music.
Yeah.
You get me? Freedom of speech. It's music,
This
man.
is it.
100%. So what else is like? What was your musical influences like? I.e., American artists. What did you come up listening to? Was it like Bundles, Ransom?
Yeah, no, I remember the man. We did used to listen to all that, but man's thing was more D block, innit? Like back in the day, the original like styles and that. But I'll be real, man weren't really the American kind of. Man's more of a dancehall man. You get me?
Yeah, I get
that's
it.
kind of man.
No, I get it. The bricky man them's a lot like the Harsden man them.
Yeah.
Straight yard man business. You get me?
Straight dancehall kind of thing. That was man's kind of drip. So man didn't really used to run down the American artists. It's too tough. But if man was, then it was like old school mixtape, D block and that. You get me? Even like in that era, the same kind of Dipset, D block.
Who was you more riding with back then, Dipset or D block?
D block.
D block or G Unit?
D block.
Okay.
I was always in the D block wave. I remember when 50 came out, that was big spill. You can't go around it. When 50 came out, man was like, bro, man didn't even know who this Ench Donny.
Yeah, no, he's taking liberties
around the place. You get me?
100.
So man took him in. Don't get twisted. And his street mixtapes as well. They were cold. Can't go around it still. You get me? So, 50 all day. But man's backbone was D block.
No, I hear that.
1,000.
That was cold still. So what do you think of if you could get a feature tune, of like a late great artist that's no longer here, what feature would you go for? I.e. like a Big L, Biggie, Pac.
It'd probably be a Pac, innit? I was more a Pac man. That's what I'm trying to say to you. It's mad like that. Like, when I was young, man didn't really understand the whole West Coast and East Coast thing.
I didn't understand the whole Biggie thing. I understood that he made good songs, good sing-alongs and them thing there, but that weren't for me. I wanted the grip.
Yeah. Man was more of a Pac man. So like,
he was making sense to man.
But I only understood later down, like, Rod, West Side, East Coast, like, and you know, like, majority of us, because we're like London, original London man, a lot of London man, you lean towards the East Coast thing.
Yeah, move like New York man,
And you know, like the Brum man, them and that, like the West Coast kind of thing.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying to you?
Facts. So all my Brum bridges,
on
Jack
this West
and them
Coast,
man.
Yeah. But man didn't really understand it. You get it? Like, I just thought, right, Pac was hard. Like he was who I was riding with when I was younger. You get me? I didn't understand the division, but Pac was my guy. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Used to like one or two Biggie tunes, but Pac was man's go-to still. You get me? So 100. If it was that kind of wave, then man would definitely pattern with Pac.
That would be a cool look as well.
Yeah.
So what would you say to the youth them, like the youth them on the block, that are doing what you used to do back then? Like, what would your message be to the youth them? No, that's on the block.
Dead. It's long. I would tell them that straight. Like, but it's hard for man to tell them that because I get it, innit? Like, I understand when you're knee deep, it's hard to kind of just switch off, innit? When a man's dropped or a man's been touched or whatever, it's hard to say, yo, you lot allow it, and then a man just it's all pride and you get it. So I get it, but the reality of it is long. And that's what I always tell the youth them now, like when I speak to them, I make them know, like, bro, everyone can bust their gun, everyone can hold a knife in it, you get it? But you see, like, a man doing a 30 rec, bro, a man will scratch out the whole of his head, bro.
The whole of his head, bro?
30 rec, bro. Like, obviously, it's gassed now, but when man get that under their skin, bro, it's not a nice thing. And man who you're riding for as well, they disappear after 5 years, bro.
Facts.
So, like, all of this gang thing, bro. You gotta pre your order, pre yourself, try and make better decisions now. Focus on something different, you get me? But I get it though. That's what even when I talk to the youth them now, I do mentoring as well, innit?
Oh, wicked.
So when I talk to the youth them now, I make them know that I get where you're coming from, bro. Like, don't get it twisted. I'm not like one of these dunnies that just some basic social worker.
You've been there, done it, right?
I know the thing, you get me? So I get. But we never had man that's been through everything telling us to chill.
Nah, we were hearing it from our teachers.
And they ain't been through nothing.
They ain't been through
Shut
nothing.
up, man. You don't know nothing. You can't tell me nothing. So you're making me even want to touch the road even more. You telling me not to. But if a man who's really been through it is saying, brother, you see the end goal on this thing, it's peak. You ain't gonna like the end goal, bro. You get me? And a man rub out, like you can get that 30 record, then you can end up getting rub out as well. Then what?
It's weird, bro, and not even just that. Whoever you rubbed out, you're gonna butt their people in dispersal.
It continues.
If man's brothers, that's it. It has a dead day at the gate. You see me? So it's a waste of time, like you said. It's dead, bro. Yeah, it's
the end game on both ways, bro. And I always say it, and everyone knows it. The two ways out is the jailhouse or the graveyard, bro. So if you want to go down that road and you're on that, you're game for it. Like, yeah, I'm built for that 30 rec, or you're built for the grave, then thumbs up in it. But reality of it is, no one ain't built for that, bro.
No,
the
fact.
Baddest man alive, bro, don't want jailhouse.
No, it's true, bro. I
And
don't
the
wish
baddest
on
man
my worst
alive
enemy.
don't want the graveyard. So
No, facts.
if you got a chance to kind of spin it on his head now and make a different decision, then that's the main thing. I would say that still.
No, I respect that, family. Well, you done know who's the hardest. You know our platform's different, so it's time to get down to business. RA, love for coming through. You get me, family?
You know the thing, my guy.
My family.
Nothing but love.
Who's the hardest?